Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Mayim from the WFI Detroit camp. And before starting this video, I want to give all honor, glorification, and reverence to the Heavenly Father that created the heavens and earth, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushua. And I give our praises to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahushua, who the world called Jesus. So Yahweh is the name of Heavenly Father. Bahasham is in the name of Yahushua, is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world called Jesus Christ once again. Right? So this video is just going to be going into stop trying to get too deep in the scriptures. Stop trying to get too deep, So let's get the book. I believe I want 1 Peter 2:2 first. Let's get the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 2. We're going to highlight that, right? A lot of people come into the truth, and try to jump to the book of Revelations, the book of 2nd Esdras, Isaiah, Ezekiel, and they don't even have a foundation. Right, they don't even know what's going on yet, and that's how you build your house on the sand. Going into the parable, I believe it's in Matthew the 13th chapter. Let me just check and see if this Matthew the 13th chapter is like it. I believe it's Matthew the 13th chapter. Right, you're not having that strong foundation. Right. Yep, it's Matthew the 13th chapter. So you got to have a foundation, and your foundation start, by going over the milk, going over the easy things, right? So this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 2. It say, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby, right? So you got to desire that sincere milk of the word, and that sincere milk of the word, is the easier things in the Bible. It says, as newborn babes, meaning you're new, right? Desire the sincere milk of the word. So the context is going into a baby, right? And babies don't eat steaks. They drink milk, that you may grow thereby. And this is how you grow in the scriptures, by learning the basic things, because the basic things is going to connect with the larger things, right? So let's get the book, Hebrews chapter 5. I believe I wanted Hebrews 5 and 11, or 11 and 5. It's like it. That's not what I wanted. Gonna start at verse 12. Hebrews 5 and 12. It reads, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again. So when you're about to be a teacher, you need to go, back over the things that you've learned, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk. So you need to go back over the basic things. You need to go back over the milk if you're going to become a teacher, so you can know what you're teaching, so you can be confident in this thing and not of strong meat, right? You don't want to go into these hard things, if you just now becoming a teacher, right? Let's say, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness. So a person that, that's using this milk and teaching the milk, they're babes. They're not all the way there yet. They don't really know too much of what's going on. They're not really deep within the precepts, right? For he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. And this is a good precept tying back to 1 Peter 2 and 2. That milk is going into the easier things in the scriptures, right? So let's get the book of Sirach. Let's get the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and 21. Let's get the book, the classic, Sirach, chapter 3 and 21, right? It reads, seek not out the things that are too hard for thee, neither search out the things that are above thy strength. So stop trying to go into these deep, dark breakdowns when you don't even know, the high holy days, right? You don't even know the basic commandments. You don't even know the 10 commandments all the way. You don't even know where to find it. You don't even know how to keep Purim. You don't know where to find a high holy day Purim in the Bible. Stop trying to get too deep, and not just that. you get too deep, you can get bugged out. That can make you not want to read the Bible. It can make your head hurt. It can stress you out. It can make you go into other things that's easier. It could cause many different things. So wait on the Lord, and the Lord will build you up in due time, right? First Peter 2:2 says, once more, desire the sincere milk of the word that you may grow thereby. So you're going to grow once you, drink that milk. You want to have that strong foundation. Like in Matthew, the 13th chapter, you want your foundation to be built, on that rock, man. I believe that's what it said. Let me check. It's like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Good ground. I'm going to say good ground because that's what it say. You want your foundation to be on that good ground. You don't want it to be in sand. Things start happening to you and people start asking you questions or things in that nature, and then you fall in that quicksand. You get beat down. You get confounded. Now you don't want to be in the truth no more. Now you don't want to read the Bible. So start off with the small things. The Lord will build you up in due time. Right? Let's get the book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 2. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 13, and verse 2. It say, burden not thyself above thy power, while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier than thee. It's like it mightier and richer than thyself. Well, the point I wanted to bring out by bringing this out is burden not thyself above thy power, right? Don't put something upon you, that's too hard for you, right? Don't make it a burden upon yourself. And knowledge, wisdom, understanding, things that the Most High didn't reveal unto you yet can be a burden. Stop trying to seek after those things He didn't reveal it to you. Obviously, it's not revealed unto you if you can't get it, right? It'll be revealed in due time, if He wants you to get it. You understand? I got a couple more precepts. Let's get the book of 2nd Maccabees, 8:8. Right? It's the book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 8. And this is going to Judas Maccabeus, right? It's going into how he was, prospering. And the heathen was, they started seeing it, right? Let's start at verse 8. I just want to get straight to the point, though. I ain't trying to, break it down. So this is the book of 2nd Maccabees 8:8. So when Philip saw that this man increased by little and little, and that these things prospered with him still more and more, he wrote unto Ptolemaeus, I think I said that right, the governor of Syria, and Phineas, to yield more aid to the kings of affair. So nevertheless, when you increase, the Lord do it little by little, just like a person decrease little by little. That's how you're going to grow. Stop expecting, things to happen overnight. Even though the Lord, can do that, but you will grow in an orderly fashion, how the Lord set it up. Let's get one more precept. I believe I won't. Dang, it just kind of slipped my mind. It's another precept. 1 Corinthians. It's a couple precepts I could use. I'm going to get 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I could use 1 Corinthians 3 and 2. But I'm going to get, see if this is what I want. No, that's not what I want. I want 1 Corinthians 9. I want 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, and 1 Corinthians 9. I can't think of that precept. I think it's in here, though. Three and 9. Might be 3 and 9. Wait. Yeah, this is what I want. I wanted 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter. This is what I wanted. Salaki. This the point I want. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, and verse 6. It say, I planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. Right? Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. So nevertheless, the Lord is going to give that increase. He's going to water you in that season. That increase comes from the Lord. Stop trying to rush it. Stop trying to catch up with somebody else because that's not sincere. The Lord is going to increase you the way he wants to increase you. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Stop trying to jump into the deeper things. Everybody got different things, that's for them. Everybody can't go into prophecy. Everybody can't go into deep history. The Lord will give you your office and what you need to learn, right? So have faith, pray. And it's not bad to always seek, deeper things. The scriptures say, search for the truth unto death. I'm not saying, stop searching for more truth in the scriptures. I'm saying if you can't handle it, or you just now coming into this thing, don't be trying to get too deep, right? So shalom.